So I decided to do a little fan rotation. So this is what will be the guest room here in this home, and it's right now it's a holding ground because I have the rest of the rooms pretty much almost set up. Some minor things. This will be like the last room to kind of dial in, and just to show you, I have mattress box spring here. I have a dresser in the garage I had to clean up and bring in. I have some carpet. This carpet's too big for this room. Came from the living room. Probably, if it's gonna put it in the basement under Eddie's weights, but it won't fit in that area. I can cut it, but I don't feel like dealing with that. So it could get canceled out. So I've had the HV Air King in this window, and I'm just gonna say, I personally, this is like my favorite new fan today. And you may say, well, what about the Tornado? What about this? What about that? Hear me out. I grew up in an era with P223s, big, thick, full cabinets, and they weren't these high, like whirling, sounding fans, right? They were powerful. The blades were made right. They moved a lot of air. And with the HV blades on here, it's very much like that. Now I know in the comments I'm going to get, the Tornado fan is way better, or this fan, that fan's way better. That's your opinion, and I respect it. But I just love these fans because, look how wide, look how wide that cabinet is. You're not going to find that. This is the last one to be made today. That being said, I have it's also been like a fan holding ground in here, so and excuse the laundry, it's also, I've been drying laundry in this room. In my office area, Eddie will make a joke that I'm boxed in because I literally have the perimeter of the room with fans, mainly from the fan meet in Pennsylvania that happened recently. I want to go through, do videos on those, and service the ones that need to be serviced, and then put them away, right? So here, when I moved in, I just kind of threw whatever fans I had at the condo location because unfortunately, I leave a pile of fans wherever I go. So here's the second Dayton. That fan will not get used. That gets put away forever. I have the first Dayton in my bedroom window, and the Lasko version of this is already down in the basement. That one gets like limited use, but this one will not ever get used. That's it. These were so hard for me to find. I was blessed with just having one, but the fact that followers and subscribers on the channel pointed me to two more, and I grabbed them. Did I need them? No, but because I've good people looking out, know what I like, I grabbed them in their honor. So then I have, me, the McGraw Edison Precursor to the Comfort fan. This is the metal version. I've shown that fan. This one's in pretty much pristine shape. This one might get limited use. For the most part, it's going to be on display. I have one that's in rougher shape. That one would be the one I would use. This Toastmaster, I already have one. It's in the garage at the other location. I put it there like 12 years ago and never touched it since. When I flip the power strip, it comes on. I haven't even serviced it, but it just sits there. Here's the other HV Air King in the box. I have yet another McGraw Edison box fan. That one I acquired this past winter. Haven't really done anything with it. This, whatever you call it, Polonus, has a blown thermal fuse. Well documented. Eddie and I have been kind of side projecting that. So my point being is these all need to get taken out of here and stored in the basement, neatly stored. So I thought, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm not ready to square this room away. I'm hopefully by next weekend, the following week, whatever, I'll start to really dial this room in. But until then, I thought I will rotate these fans into the window, maybe for a week, right? even if this room gets dialed in, I'll just leave those fans to the side until they all get a chance. Probably not the Dayton, no, because I have one already running in my room, and the purpose is not to run that one. But all the others, I think I'll run. Oh, that second Air King doesn't make sense either. And obviously the Polonus. So right now, this Toastmaster is going. I have, the reason I got this fan, and I got it a few years ago, didn't have the handle. So I have one just like this that runs at the other location. It runs my daughter's room mainly. The cabinet is this color, but it's lighter. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's all tan. This is kind of like the fake wood. The only difference. These things run. I remember these were really popular. These were around for a while. And it's interesting to see because it obviously evolved out of the McGraw Edison era. And these sport the banana blades, much like the thin lights and later what became the evolution of the comfort fan. So these still rock the banana blades. And this is where they moved the motor to more traditional setup, not mounted to the grill. And but you know, some remnants would be the electric comes out, basically the motor, very similar to vintage Edison's fan, etc. So I'm gonna run this. I like these fans. This was a fan that I thought about getting rid of because it's like I never used it. But now that I can say that I'm using it, I may not get rid of it. The other version of it that's in that box has the gray blades and the darker blades, which is cool too. Because to me that is kind of a nod towards the translucent dark blades of the comfort fans. All right, so that being said, just kind of speed this process along because there's a lot of fans in here. Not a lot, a few. If I'm running a week at a time, simple math. I am going to also do this up in my daughter's room. The kids are pretty much staying in the cottage, the summer cottage this summer, or at least for June and July. So they're not really here. My son is particular, Eddie is particular about the fans running in his room, so I'm not going to mess with that. But my daughter, other than the purple cool colors in there that I put in there, I'm going to rotate each of these fans. They'll rotate either in here or rotate upstairs and then put away. So let's go take a look what I'm doing upstairs. All right, so last time I was at the main location, I had my fan shelf, just in no particular order now, just like basically grabbing one fan at a time. It's easier to deal with here because I just showed you what's to be the guest room. And I still gotta deal with all of that, right? And those all will get rotated through too. I used to not do that. I used to just kind of pick a fan and go with it. So I'm gonna, for fun, because they all are out anyway, so I might as well rotate them so you can see. So on a theme of cool colors, we're gonna fire up the baby blue Lasko cool color. I basically got that last summer to do a checkout video and to add it to the cool colors collection and never ran it again. So it's gonna get its chance. Okay, so I had to just use the tripod there. All right, we're gonna pop out the old, which I think is discontinued, purple cool colors. Hey, look, I get it. There's nothing special about these. They are a pimped out 3733. You basically got the grill and you got different colors. What I find interesting is the earlier cool colors, like that purple one, went with the white handle. They kept the white handle, so it's basically reusing the same parts. Where this, they went all in and decided to do the handle and the knob. I like it. I know when this one came out, they stopped making the other blue one, which we also have, and that will make its way into these windows as well. And yeah, that, I think that other blue one, I forget if the handle and the switch are the same color. Okay. Now, I just want to make a point. I kind of ramble on about how I like, that's a good looking fan. The color makes it. I ramble on about how I like the Pro Power or the Power Plus, and I just got done talking earlier in this video about the Air King. A big reason, and look, a 3733, a cool colors, they're serviceable, right? But you saw me kind of fiddling with this in the window. It's just because they're so skinny. Like, you really have to work to get them secure in the window. Where when you have even a Pro Power, Power Plus, slightly wider cabinet, you have more to work with to slam that window down. This will be okay. Yeah. Typically you find that the fans have an imperfection. They're not totally flat. So right here is where it's actually holding it. Over here it's a little wobbly, but this is not going to go anywhere. But those other fans, they stay in. You don't have to really worry about it. Just, again, that's why I like vintage fans. Okay, so we're going to fire this up, and this is going to be our fan of choice for here for the week. She hasn't really been here overnight. She was here yesterday. I have in a box, I acquired a, go ahead, drill me in the comments, and it's new. I think it's new old stock of a Cool Living air conditioner, but I knew that she would be here so infrequently because then we go on vacation at the beginning of August. So like, she's really not here overnight, and so being that this room is a large room and only has one window, I've just been using the fan. And what I do is have it on intake, have Eddie's on intake, and then I have mine on exhaust, and I just move the air across the second floor. All right, so let's crank this up. So nothing new here. It sounds just like a 3733 or a Cool Colors, whatever you call it. But blue happens to be my favorite color, so I dig this, even if it's a lighter shade. It reminds me a little bit of the Kmart blue, and it's like a powder blue. And I did do a video last summer with this and a Kmart Lakewood. It's a silly video, but it was just kind of fun to do. All right, well, let's give you a shot from the outside. Here is the Toastmaster. I know people knock the banana blades and all that. I just think they're cool looking. I always like the hub on these. It just takes me back to my childhood in Finland. Take you right into the sunlight, sorry. There's the Cool Colors, and then Eddie's Galaxy trash fan, and turn it on the show. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me just ask, do you guys like to see the rotation? If so, I plan on rotating it, but I will maybe just do a short video on what I got going. See you soon.